All right, so I should have fixed it. Hey, John Denicola, how's it going? You able to hear me now? Howard County, how's it going? None of your business. So we're actually right now. I'm in what is this? It looks like Haines City, which is in Central Florida. I'm cutting across I-4. We're going to be heading up I-75. So we're going to be catching the very tail end of it. So I don't know why the app was. I was trying to use Streamlabs, but for some reason it was having a weird buffering issue. So yeah, this area doesn't have like the best service, but it should start clearing up here in just a moment. Oh man, I love hurricanes, man. Hurricanes are fun. Um, so just a little bit ago, it was raining. Rain did die down. We still have wind gusts in this area. Not really certain exactly how fast the wind is moving, but it's enough to kind of move the car a little bit as I'm driving. Oh no, dude. Normally, this section of highway is bumper to bumper traffic. The only reason it's like this right now is the hurricane. Latin Indian, are you also in Florida? Noise. I don't know if you're able to hear it. Man, these wind gusts are a little strong. This guy's in front of me that's kind of weaving. He's not weaving because he's drunk or intoxicated. He's weaving because the wind is strong. I was in Jacksonville earlier today, doing some work. Was coming down, got to the Orlando area, and then decided, you know what? I'm gonna chase this thing up 75. It was a oh, for sure. Had a lot of out of towners that I was talking to that were kind of like a little bit freaked out. And I was like, no, honestly, like where we're at, it's not too bad. Like, I wouldn't worry about it. You're literally just gonna get some rain, some wind. That's about it. Now, northern Florida, interesting. Dude in front of us is like turning his lights off. It's weird. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we're just gonna cruise down I-4 and then start heading up I-75. Start making our way up towards I-10. There's a couple of live streams that I was watching earlier while I was driving. One was called like Y'all or something like that, something Hall Y'all. But they actually had a couple of their own. I guess they're a nonprofit organization that does like they monitor storms and they go live whenever there's storms throughout the United States, and we're gonna try to provide people with information and updates. They had a crew that was up in Perry, Florida, which is where Hurricane Helen was making direct impact. One of their crews actually had their windshield busted out while they were filming. Guy wasn't injured, but they did stop filming. So that kind of prompted me to go, yeah, you know what? Why not? I'll go up there. Road closure on 75 and 98. Appreciate the heads up. Let me see if I can get ways up. Jesus, man, this wind is insane. Do you know where that that alert came from? That 75 was shut down at 98. Because currently I am looking at. I'm on Waze right now, and generally people will update Waze in real time, but it's still having me go up to Lakeland onto 30. Oh, you know what it is? It's actually having me get off on 33 and go through like Zephyr Hills, Dade City, then hop back onto 75. Reported it as a road closure. I think it just reported it as a faster route. Double check routes. Oof, Jesus, man, that wind is insane. Jesus. It is like pushing me all around. Yeah, it looks like 33. Yeah, it's not even showing 75 as an option. So thanks for the heads up. Appreciate it.
Continue straight for 9 minutes to exit 33, County Road 582, to State Route 33 toward Lakeland.
Yeah, low key. When I was, I want to say I was 4 or 5 years old, my grandmother bought me a VHS tape from the Weather Channel called Target Tornado, and I used to watch that thing religiously. And anytime storm, you know, everyone would hunker down. Me, I wanted to be outside. I wanted to watch it. I wanted to watch it go by. You know, whenever we had hurricanes growing up, I was always, you know, trying to sneak out. And as I got older, you know, obviously when, you know, responsibility kind of fell on my own, you know, shoulders. I always made sure that no matter what, there was always a way for me to step on out, monitor the storm. I was out during Irma, out during Ian. We had a couple of tropical storms that have hit Florida in the past that I've been out done live streams on. Right now, the only reported death in Florida, granted, it's still too early to start checking statistics in the Panhandle, but there was one death on I-4. A sign. I don't know if it was one of these big overhead signs that goes over the highway, or if it was just one of these signs that's here on the side of the highway. But a sign did become detached and went into a vehicle, killing the driver. So that's right now the only confirmed death in Florida. I know there was another death, or two other deaths that were reported earlier. It was a 58-year-old male and a 4-year-old girl who unfortunately passed in a car accident. Woo. For those of you that are just tuning in, I'm currently on I-4 right now. I'm going to be heading up I-75 shortly. Ooh. Yeah, I was going to say there was one earlier that was kind of bobbing all over the place. I kind of felt bad for the guy. He was fighting to keep that rig on the road. I do have a little over 18 hours of in-car footage available. So in the event that the live stream does go down due to cellular service, so I'm not 100% certain what that's going to be like as I get further north. I do have a little over 18 hours of footage available in car, and that does shoot in 1080. If the live stream does cut out and there is no service, I'll continue to keep using this camera that I'm doing the live stream with. I'll still have this one active, and I've also got another camera, got multiple batteries, so. Don't make me pull this car over. No, but in reality, I will be stopping. I will be stopping at a gas station once I get a little bit further up the road. I will be filling up the car. Definitely not expected ever, but if anyone does want to donate, they can cash at me. My cash app is OpenGovYT, all one word. Help mitigate some of the costs. Like I said, it is not expected ever. I just saw the 99 bottles of beer message. Yeah, I will say that is the one thing I do like about this car, is there's hardly any wind noise. German engineering, man. Oh, and to kind of give you guys a little update, channel-wise, I'm putting together two videos, actually, two incidents. One that occurred about a month ago, one that occurred the other night. The incident happened a couple months ago, or a month ago. I was stopped in St. Petersburg, Florida, by a St. Petersburg Police Department officer. His name was Officer Austin Smith, ID number 50533, driving car number 1614. I was in a parking lot and decided to leave the parking lot. Exited, started driving. He came up behind me, pulled me over, and alleged that I did not come to a complete stop and failed to yield before entering the roadway. Well, I will say, disabled outcast. Right now, I'm currently traveling through Central Florida. I'm on I-4 right now. I'm coming up on Lakeland. I'm going to be traveling north. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm coming up on the tail end of the storm. So you're not really going to see too much right now. There is heavy wind gusts, but there isn't any more rain. It was raining earlier, before I started the live stream. There was debris in the road, a lot of debris throughout Central Florida, but not really much here right now. There was a live stream that was going in Perry, a couple other places up in northern Florida, and they were. Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, there's definitely, like, right now, I know parts of St. Petersburg are flooded right now with a storm surge. Parts of Tampa are flooded with a storm surge. Davis Island's flooded with a storm surge. I've got there's I got people down in Naples that were experiencing storm surge, and they're right actually on the beach, so they're experiencing that. But really, personally, on a very personal level, I don't know anyone up in northern Florida other than a family member that lives up in Jacksonville. But I know that the NOAA weather radio up there, oh, I appreciate it, and I respect you too, man. I respect everyone. But yeah, no, the NOAA weather system up in Jacksonville actually went down, and their fallback is the one that's in Tallahassee. But with Tallahassee being basically right, anyway, the National Weather Service went down in Jacksonville. Yeah, actually, it is kind of funny. So this is actually a historic storm. A storm this powerful hasn't hit that area in about 100 years. So it is kind of interesting. But like I was saying earlier before it cut out, so the National Weather Service station in Jacksonville went out, or got taken out. They did have a fallback. Well, their normal fallback is Tallahassee. However, with Tallahassee being right there at ground zero, they ended up having to do a fallback for New Orleans. So New Orleans is going to be the one that's pushing out updates and information. So I haven't really been tracking the National Weather Service, but there was a live stream that I was watching earlier, and they were kind of tracking all of that stuff. So this is all the information I got, or that I'm giving you guys right now, is stuff that I've learned from another live stream of a group of meteorologists. So, but anyway, I do have some updates for the channel, some stuff that I'm working on. Like I was explaining earlier, I got pulled over in St. Petersburg by Officer Austin Smith, ID number 50533, who wrote me a citation for failure to yield. He alleged that I never came to a complete stop before pulling out into the roadway. When I asked him, I'm like, "You sure about that?" And he was like, "Yep, I got a dash cam to prove it." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So I've got his dash cam footage as well as his body cam footage. What's interesting is he actually disabled the in-car camera footage shortly after initiating his lights. So the only dash cam footage that is shown is me coming up to the roadway, coming to a complete stop, then entering the roadway, then making a right hand turn and driving, him getting behind me, activating his lights, me pulling over, and that's where it ends. Kind of the same thing with his body cam. He activated it when he activated his lights. It shows him getting out of the car, approaching, him saying, "Oh, you didn't stop." Me saying, "You sure about that?" Him asking for my license, registration, handing him that, and then he walks back to his car and disables his body camera. What's interesting is I've been reviewing their policies, and they are required to keep their cameras active. Their MVRS is what they refer to it as. Their MVRS, which is their body cam and their dash cam, if they're available. They're to keep them on for the entire duration of the traffic stop. So there's that. He also had a bunch of discrepancies on the citation. So I've got a whole list of things that I'm going to be taking to court. I actually got to. There's one thing I don't understand about Pinellas County. So you can go to any county here in Florida, and if you get a citation, you're generally able to go online and submit a request to petition the citation, or you could call into the clerks or the clerk of courts and let them know, "Hey, I'm going to be contesting this citation." Pinellas County, you have to physically go in person or mail in an affidavit stating that you are going to be representing yourself or having an attorney to contest the ticket. It is the only county I've ever seen that. So, I don't know. It'll be fun though, because like I said, I've got all the evidence that shows that I stopped, came to a complete stop. And yeah, see, that's kind of what I thought. There's something really interesting about it too, is when I went onto the clerk site to go and verify the information, um, they're in gross violation of the DPPA, which is the Driver's License Privacy and Protection Act. Full blown. They've got all of my information available there on the site. 100% no redactions at all. Granted, the only thing that's not on there is my social security number. That's because I don't ever give out my social. But they legit have every single bit of information on there. Stuff that should be redacted, but isn't. Which I find very interesting. That's something that I'm going to have to bring up to... I'm going to bring it up to the clerk first. I'm going to formally bring it up to them. Let them know, hey, I'll email them correspondence, stating, hey, just noticed that, let's see. Oh, yeah, no, dude, I deal with freaking stupid-ass gate guards all the time, dude, and they're like, well, I need your license, and I'm like, here, you can have my other form of government-issued ID, right there where your sign says, any form of government-issued ID. I usually give them either my G, my D, or my concealed weapons permit. And they're like, well, the HOA wants your driver's license. And I'm like, cool. Well, I'm not under any obligation to provide you with that. In fact, actually, it's a protected document. So, no, absolutely not. And then it's a little shindig and this and that, da 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 da. But anyway, the other incident that I'm going to be doing a video on is I was down in Naples doing some training the other day, and I got pulled over by one of Collier County's finest for legitimately no reason. Or, sorry, not for no reason, not for a legitimate reason. Long story short, as I was actually preparing to leave Naples, there was a Collier County Sheriff's Office deputy that had kind of cut in front of me, was driving erratically. So I began observing, tailing and observing, documenting what the deputy was doing. I was curious to see if he was even, responding to a call. Generally, if they're responding to a call, they don't always turn their lights on, which I guess is understandable. Element of surprise or whatever. He was a specialty unit. He was K9. But the fact that he was cutting cars off, all sorts of stuff, just wildly speeding down the road, etc. Anyway, so I've been following him for a little bit, and then there was another Collier County deputy that happened to be in the median doing traffic enforcement. I did get confirmation from the deputy that did stop me that the deputy that I was following did phone him to let him know that I was following him. He then proceeded to, get out of the median, kind of followed me for a little bit, which I was like, no big deal, it's whatever. So anyway, I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a U-turn, which I'm pretty sure is actually audible on the dash cam. I haven't reviewed my dash cam, but I want to say I audibly said something about, yeah, you know what, I'll make a U-turn. If not, no big deal. Anyway, I planned on making a U-turn. I was in the far right lane, so he was in the far left lane. So there's 3 lanes, so left lane, middle lane, right lane. I was in the right lane, he was in the left lane. We were both kind of neck and neck, so I threw my turn signal on, proceeded to slow down. There was no traffic whatsoever. This is at I want to say it was 11 o'clock at night, so there was literally no traffic on the road. Put my blinker on, started to move from the right lane into the middle lane as I was slowing down to kind of get behind him because again, we're going neck and neck, and I needed to get over because there was a turn lane coming up that I could make a U-turn at. So he begins to slow down. So I'm pulling into the middle lane and he's slowing down. So I slowed up further, so as not to quickly rush in front of him, slam on the brakes, and then get into the into the turn lane, because that would be a legitimate reason for stopping me. That it's an unsafe lane change. So I keep slowing down. Well, this dude ends up locking his brakes up and turning his emergency lights on. So I came to a complete stop because it was right about where the option or the turn lane was to make that optional U-turn. So I kind of stopped for a moment, kind of figuring out okay, what are we doing, bud? And so he throws it in reverse, starts going back in reverse. So I'm like, okay, well, yep, he's gonna pull me over. So I proceed to continue forward, put my left blinker on. He gets right behind me. I pull off into the turn lane, and he's just like, "Oh, Mr. Carroll, it's been a while. Da, da, da. Do you remember me?" No, I don't remember you, honestly. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, the reason I stopped you was you stopped in the middle of the roadway. And I'm like, no, I slowed down. I didn't stop. Oh, well, you can't be doing that. I'm like, okay, well, is it illegal to, slow down before making a lane change? Oh, you obstruct traffic, this and that. I'm like, well, we were the only ones on the road. That is true, but if there was other traffic, that would be, unsafe and this and that. And also, the other reason I stopped you is because you're following one of the deputies around. And it's like, bro, that's legitimately not a reason to stop me. Well, it's suspicious. Okay, well, suspicion is not a crime. Do you have probable cause to effect a traffic stop? Anyway, long story short, he's like, oh, I'm just going to give you a verbal warning, this and that, da 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 da. So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. Been a minute since I've had an interaction with Collier County. So decent amount of rain coming down. Actually, currently, I believe I'm on 98 right now. You mentioned that 98 and 75 was shut down. I do believe, yeah, I'm on 98 right now, but I will be taking 98 to 54, or is it 54? I think it's 54, then 54 to 301. At that moment, I will stop. There is a Wawa there. I am going to stop, get some fuel. I'll leave the live stream going. I'm literally just going to run in, put gas in, and then we'll hit the road again. Last I checked, Helen was pounding the panhandle and moving its way into Georgia. At least that's where the eye was, the northern portion of the eye. The tail end, however, I'm entering the tail of the storm right now. So as we continue north, we're going to be experiencing, more wind, more rain. So yeah, it'll be fun. It's going to be an adventure, guys. Actually, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to shut this off so I can preserve battery. Nice and rainy. Yeah, it was insane. I was listening to a live stream earlier with a couple of meteorologists, and they run a nonprofit organization. They kind of monitor storms throughout the country, and I think it was a 947 millibar right before it went into the panhandle, and it just dropped down to like 931 millibar, which was insane because it's it was really fascinating. They were monitoring some vortices that were in the eye wall that had started causing some seriously rapid intensification right before it made landfall. We're gonna try and see how close we can get up to the panhandle before I get told to GTFO. I do know that a couple hours ago, the main portions that were in the direct path of the storm, I know that they lost power. So I know it's going to be pretty dark further we get north. There is power outages. Damn, 11% of Florida without power. That's interesting. I was going to say it's probably going to be all concentrated right up there in the panhandle. I know Jacksonville also was affected. That was the reason the National Weather Service station went down. Yeah, it's not because I'm tired. Car's telling me to take a break. I don't want to take a break. Winds are pretty decent. We just went through that little rainstorm. I believe this is where I'm going to make a left. Yes, this is where I'm going to make a left. All right, so we're going to be headed towards Zephyr Hills. Like I said, I'm going to stop here. There's a Wawa down here where this road meets 301. And from there, I'm going to fuel up real fast, keep the live stream going, and then we'll keep venturing north. I think what I'll do is I'll take 301 north to State Road 50, and then take 50 to 75. Someone double check a map or a live traffic feed and see if they have I-75 shut down. If that shutdown is just at 98, or if any of the other intersections that get onto 75 north from that are shut down as well. Got a decent amount of standing water there. Was anyone able to hop on Google Maps and see if I-75 just north of Zephyr Hills, where 98 and 75 converge? I guess apparently that was shut down. Is anyone able to double check and see if any of the other convergent points, more specifically State Road 50, where it converges with 75, is shut down? If not, I can check it when I stop here in just a moment. Guess we're stopping for some ghost cars. All right, so I'm gonna pull in here real fast, top off, and then we're gonna start heading more north. All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. Should put us at right around 600 miles of range. Yep, 636 miles. Oh, I did? I'll have to check it out. I really keeping up with everyone. I've watched a couple of James Freeman's videos, some Jeff Gray stuff, and then some stuff from Lackluster, but that's about it. Nothing, not too much though. And from what I could tell, checking the map just a moment ago, it does look like State Road 50 is still open, where it converges with 75. So we're going to make our way north up 301, head to 75 that way. How's it going, Lars? Good to hear, good to hear. Hopefully nice and dry. Got 3 Pasco deputies headed down that road. It's currently 1:53 a.m. here in Florida. Road work ahead. I sure hope it does. Got some branches down on the roadway, some debris. Passing through Dade City right now. And it looks like there is still a road closure where 98 converges with 75. 98 gets kind of close to 50, so they have 98 and 50 closed down, but there is another option. I believe it's State Road 673, which is a little bit further north, but yeah, 673. All right, so there's going to be some intermittent cutouts. That's not me ending the live stream. I'll let you guys know if I end the live stream. Some of these cell towers are probably going to be a little wonky. These areas did get a little bit of wind. So plus it's, live streaming while driving. So, it's going to be expected to have some intermittent cutouts. But like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I do have I had a little bit over 18 hours worth of available footage in the in-car cameras. So by the looks of it, I've got about 17 hours left. So in the event that the live stream does go out and I'm not able to get back online, that will be capturing footage with the dash cam, as well as doing static recording with the camera that you see now, or seeing that you are viewing now. There we go. Wow. So I guess Ruskin, Florida is getting storm surge of about 11 feet, which is just south of Tampa.
You've reached the Hernando County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. If you're calling to report a crime or request a deputy, dial 1. If you're calling about a domestic animal or to request an animal enforcement officer, dial...
How's it going, Black Gold? Sorry, I'm contacting the Hernando County Sheriff's Office to see if that exit's still blocked off. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm well. How can I help you?
Hey, I was just curious. I saw on Google Maps that the on ramp for I-75 northbound at State Road 50 and 75 was shut down. Is that still shut down?
Not to my knowledge. But if you hold on just one moment, I'm going to transfer you downstairs to the Emergency Operations Center. They're
Okay.
going to have the latest information on any road closures, okay?
I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wait while I transfer your call. Emergency Operations Center.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Hey, how can I help you?
Hey, I was just wondering. I saw on Google Maps that there was a report about 4 hours ago that the northbound I-75 ramp at State Road 50 was closed. Is that still closed?
At the moment, it is looking like it. Yeah, at the moment it looks like it is.
Okay. Are there any other exits that are just north of that are closed down? I'm trying to get northbound on 75.
I am not seeing anything else.
Okay. All right. No, I was just curious. Like I said, I saw it was like it was posted 4 hours ago, so I wasn't sure if it was cleared up. So
Yeah, it could even be cleared up now, to be honest with you. Anyway, just stop me updated for me.
yeah. Nope. Not a problem.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Be safe. Have a good rest of your
Thank you.
morning.
Thank you. You too.
Anyway.
All right. Bye bye. All right. So according to the emergency station, it may still be closed. It may not be closed. They're not 100% sure. They don't have any updates. So we might just go up 673 just to play it safe, and then hop onto 75 from there. Not sure if you guys can see that in the distance, but those flashes, that's part of the tail of the storm. Double check the radar. Yeah, it's going to be the tail of it. I actually brought my press badge with me. It's here somewhere. somewhere in there. All right, there we go. All right. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Well, Black Gold, to answer your question, it is currently 2:12 a.m. All right, so we're going to be passing through Webster, then taking State Road 673 to I-75 going northbound. From there, we'll make our way up to I-10. This area does not have the best of service, so it might cut in and out a little bit. I'm going to keep reconnecting, so just sit tight. Be going up on 673 shortly. From there, we can hop on 75 and start making our way towards I-10. Don't think we'll be seeing the train tonight. There's usually a train that runs along these tracks between 2 and 3 in the morning, but County Road 673. County Road 673. right here, 673. Got some debris in the road. Play it safe. I'm gonna run down the centers in case. Yep, see, just like I got branches in the road. Area. But if you stick around, you'll notice as we start to get further north and closer to the coast, things are going to be not as good. Got a bunch of debris in the road. It's mostly just branches and leaves. Luckily, no limbs yet. Knock on wood. Got a bunch of debris here. There's a downed limb over on the left side. Alright, we'll slow down a little bit. Got a bunch of debris here. Alright, so it is official according to radar that the southern portion of the eye is now in Georgia. The very southern portion of Georgia along the Florida-Georgia line. Alright, so we are headed north. Alright, so we are headed northbound on 75. It does look like the fire is out in this section, which is probably why they have that exit blocked off. Kind of try to discourage people on the main roads from hopping onto 75. now that we're on 75, we start zooming up towards I-10. Get that cleared up real fast. Alright, so it's outside. Window's starting to kind of fog up a little bit, so I just put the defroster on. Should clear that up a little bit. Looks like the power's good here in Bushnell. Rain is starting to pick up. So we're currently driving through the tail end right now. Lucky you. I mean, it stopped raining now, but as soon as we get closer, it's going to be a lot more wet. that rain is coming down hard. That wind is something fierce too. How's it going, everyone? Still making our way up towards I-10. So fucking jackass. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Hey, John. Just south of Gainesville right now. Coming up on Micanopy. Morning, Claiborne. How you doing? So we're making our way north on 75 here in Florida. We're gonna be passing Gainesville here within the next 10 minutes. Game plan is to keep heading north on 75, and start headed west on I-10 towards the areas that were affected. Uh, get as close as we safely can to kind of document some of the damage. Keep getting intermittent portions where it's got a decent amount of rain, some wind, but for the most part, the highways are going to be pretty clear. People driving with their damn high beams on, man. It's like you flash them to let them know, hey, you got your high beams on, and they're just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Ding, ding. Still got about an hour and 40 minutes until we are near the path, or at least the aftermath of the path from Hurricane Helen. So, where's Clinch River at? Let me check that out. Let's see. Clinch County, Georgia. Okay, yeah, so it's just north of Live Oak. Oh, okay, so you're in Tennessee. Woo! Nice little wind gust there. Okay, so that's about 8 hours. Yeah, there's some pretty nasty swales along the coast. You know, these freaking jackasses that are driving with their damn high beams on. All right, so thinking what I might do. So I'm going to charge another device. We got about an hour and 47 minutes until I'm near Perry, Florida, which was the city that took direct impact. I'm going to hop off this live stream and I'll restart the live stream once I get close to that area. That'll give the other device some time to charge. So if you're tuning in, I saw a couple more people just tuned in. I'm going to be ending this live stream for right now. I'm about an hour and 47 minutes away from where my goal is. It's going to be Perry, Florida. So if you're up, you get the notification, hop on in, and I'll see you guys there. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. Later, guys. Appreciate it, man.